Hello, everyone, and welcome to Always Tell Me the Odds, a Star Wars Unlimited podcast. I am Marcus, and with me today, as always, is Magnus. Hello, Magnus.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Good. That's good to hear. It's we are off date again, or day when we are recording. We are usually recording on Monday, but right now it's Wednesday, very, very late.
Yep.
Yeah, life is a little bit hectic.
I guess I messed that up with going away for the weekend.
Yeah, how dare you? And you did not have energy when you came back on Monday to just sit down and do podcast.
No, I was very tired after
an
amazing weekend in Lille, France.
Of course. And I was about to ask you, so what have you done the last week? Star Wars Unlimited, but that is what we are going to talk a little bit about today.
So I guess I'll ask you instead. What have you been doing the last week?
Yeah, so I've been playing quite a lot online because I have built a new deck, Luke Skywalker Green, that I really enjoy to play. And I said that before the set was released that I wanted a Luke Skywalker deck, and now I have it. So we'll see how that ends up. But we did some drafting yesterday with a local group. It was fun because there was a new person there, and a guy with his son came in and played, and the son was only 12 years old, and he was really good. It was the first time playing, so we just threw them straight into a draft, so that was interesting for them.
But that must have been quite a big thing for them.
Yeah, it was I think it was hard for them to understand what, like, they had to read all the cards, and they didn't really know how to all the synergies and stuff. But we helped them out, and they had a really good time, I think. And I think they will come back tomorrow when we meet up. So at least one of them. So yeah. I think it was good. And also, a lot of us that plays there have a lot of cards already, so they got all the commons and all common cards. So they went home. Because they were there when I was in the store. I was about to buy my boosters for the draft, and there was a person before me buying 8 boosters. And then I was like, well, do you want to join in and play? And they were like, oh, are you playing here? I was like, yeah, we were playing every Tuesday, so you can just come. So they came and played with us, so that was fun. And so they got home with a huge amount of cards because all of us just gave them to them. So
that's really great, because so they, if you're just like welcoming and warm and help out, I guess hopefully that's gonna give them the courage to show up again, even though they got like thrown right into a draft.
Yeah,
and that's kind of hard, I guess. But
I mean, it is. But also, since all of the people in our group that we play with are very welcoming and very helpful and very patient because it took a long time to do it, because they were new and they had to read all cards and so on. But everybody was very, very patient and helpful, so that was good. And I mean, we talked about this in episode 16 when we were talking about building a community and how important it is to actually like get people in and talk to them and make them feel welcome. So it was a good draft. So, nice. And then I have done quite a lot of Star Wars Unlimited this week, actually, because I also started, because I had an idea some time ago, and I mentioned this the last episode. I had an idea to make a campaign for Star Wars Unlimited for the local group. And so I have set up that now, and we're started to take in, people have started to sign up for that. And it is basically, it's called Frontline, Galactic Frontlines. And it's basically, I divide all the players into 2 teams. My thought was heroism and villainy, and they're equal number on both sides. And they make decks from common and uncommon cards, and the map is divided into different sectors. And the sectors, they have like planets, and they have wormholes, and they have stuff like that. And then the players tell me as a moderator or a game master, they tell me where they move, and if they come into the same sector, they have to fight, make a battle, and the battle is basically a Star Wars Unlimited match. So when we meet up on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you play these out, and there will be different events coming up there will be a supernova, so I will take away 5 random cards from your deck, and you need to play that. And there will be sector migrations, so you will get 10 like droids shuffled into your deck, so you need to play with those. Like there will be different. There might be a Metroid. The one who win that one will win a booster or something like that. So.
We're really looking forward.
I'm not 100% sure how it will play out, but we will start up, and I will go from like we will have a season 0 first to just like try out what works and not. But the narrative is kind of there. So,
how many are we signed up now?
So we're 10 people.
Nice.
Now, so it's really nice because I was a little bit because there's a little bit of commitment to go into something like that and commit to it a little bit. But it's 10 people, and we take it, we help each other, and I mean, if you don't have time 1 week, it's not the whole world. Someone else in your team can play or something like that. And we also set up in our Discord, we set up like a category for this, so there will be Galactic Frontline News, and the 2 teams they have they have hidden channels for the team, so they can talk about strategies and to plan stuff out. And I have a lot of different events that would come up, and I have a lot of lore, and there might be different formats in it also. We'll see.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I mean, if there would be if the case is that like most people would like to play villainy because that's the most fun side, of course.
No,
you know, that wouldn't actually be that bad if we are a few more on that side, because that's always how it is in the Star Wars universe. Like the rebels are always like
fewer
than.
Right now, there's like, because I asked everyone to sign up to just give me like to tell me that they want to join in, and also to wish for a leader. And right now, there's 1 who have wished for a heroic leader, and 7 who have wished for a villainy. So I am surrounded with the dark sides, guys.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
We will figure it out somehow.
We'll. I guess.
But you will. I mean, we will. When we start this, we will update you listeners how this goes and how this plays out. And there might be we will probably put up some on Instagram and in our Blue Sky and so on. So so that's fun. I've been working with that quite a lot. Actually,
and you have also done something very important for us as a podcast.
I have.
We have spoilers, but we are getting a new logo, right?
Yes, that's true. Because when we started this, we just wanted to like start, so we just took a space background and put the lightsaber and the name there, and on Instagram and stuff, we only have the ATMTO, the first letters in our name, always 10 minutes. So we needed to get a logo. So I've been working with that quite a lot. And since I've been doing quite a lot of content creation before, both on Twitch and YouTube and podcasts and so on, I know it's important to have some kind of brand and some kind of logo you can use. So I've been working quite a lot to find a logo that works, that we can use on social media, and then we create stuff and so on.
It's so hard with the logo.
It's really hard.
It shouldn't be too much, or too difficult to like print and stuff. Yeah. And you don't want it to be like super plain either. Yeah. You want something like in the middle. So. But I'm really happy with what you came up with.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that.
I think it's really nice. So that's really nice.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. But it is hard with logos, because they need to be kind of plain, so you don't have to you can't have too many details and too many colors and stuff, because it's hard to work with from a graphic design view. But it also needs to be something that is connected to the thing, like for in this case the podcast. So when you see it, you know it's a podcast, and you know it's what it's about, kind of. And so it's kind of hard. There is a reason why
it's very hard.
There's a reason it's a trade graphic designer. They are very well trained and very good at what they're doing. So
Yep.
But so let us know what you think about it when we release it.
Hopefully our listeners think it's at least okay as a logo for
hopefully.
us. But we like it. So that's really nice.
So it will come up. It will come up on all social medias, so YouTube, Instagram, and Blue Sky, and we'll have it in our Discord, and so you all can see it and let us know what you think about it. Just be nice about it.
Be nice, but be honest.
Be nice, but be honest. Exactly. Yeah. So that's So I've been doing quite a lot. Not been playing too much, but I've been doing a lot of the Star Wars Unlimited related stuff for sure. Yeah.
You've been very creative.
Been creative,
you can say,
for sure.
In all kinds of ways.
Yeah. That's true.
And I've been traveling.
You've been traveling. We talked about that the last episode, that you were going to Lille. So, how was Lille? Did you win?
Well, I did not win. Spoilers.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
I mean, we were 5 people from my area that went together, you could say. 4 of us was staying at the same Airbnb, and the 5th guy, he decided a bit later than the rest of us. So unfortunately, we had already booked the place we're staying at, but that worked out well. Even he got a hotel nearby, and we could all hang and like that, like go out and eat and so on. The whole weekend. So it was an amazing trip, actually. I really hope you can join us next time. We had not too many problems with the flights and so on. We had a little bit. I mean, I guess it's our own fault. We did fly to Brussels from Copenhagen. That's close from us. And the plan was to take the train from Brussels to Lille. That was the biggest airport nearby. I guess you could have flown out to Paris as well. But
I think Brussels
we choose
is closer.
Brussels. We did not think we had to book the trains because it wasn't that far of a trip. So I guess in Sweden, we're kind of, at least for shorter trips, like up to an hour or 2, maybe 2 hours, we don't usually need to book the trains that far ahead or at all, you'd say. But in this case, we should have known, because we're actually going to from one country to another country. Well, long story short, we did not get any seats on the train when we landed. We could wait a few hours on the airport before going, or going into Brussels station and wait there. But we decided to took an Uber from the airport.
Wow. Okay.
It wasn't that much more expensive than the train, actually. So
fair
that
enough.
was quite nice in the end, because we got there quicker.
There always need to be some hassle when you are traveling.
Yeah. And that was like almost the only. We were afraid. There were talks about when we were going back on the Monday that there should be maybe some trains weren't gonna be going at all and stuff like that.
Because of the strike in Brussels, right?
Yeah, because of some train strike.
Yeah, there was a general strike in Brussels on Monday. I was talking to a colleague that works down there, and he said that, and I was thinking about you. I was like, oh no.
Yep.
I hope you get home.
But it didn't affect us at all.
That's good. That's good.
On the way back, we could take the train as well.
Yeah, that's nice.
Our flights went as they should.
I've heard others saying that Lille is kind of hard to get to, so it's a little bit annoying that they put the venue in Lille. Like, I understand why they do it, because the venue is nice and they have had others like really big events there, but it's a little bit of a hassle to get there. But it's the same thing when, for say, our PQ in Copenhagen, that went away, so there's no PQ in Copenhagen. It's just in a small town way out in Denmark, so it takes forever for us to go there. So now there's a lot of people not going there because it's too much of a hassle to get there. It's a little bit annoying that they do that, but I also understand
when it comes to bigger tournaments like this regional, I kind of get it. They need it I guess it's probably a substantial amount of cheaper to do it in Lille than doing it in a bigger city like Paris or Brussels even. So and the venue, it was a very big convention hall, and I mean we probably just used a very small part of the entire building that they had there. So
I heard it had a huge TCG tournament there like a year ago or something in the same venue that was super big.
Okay, yeah. So this I can understand, and for us going there, I mean it wasn't that expensive to actually fly and take the train, and staying at hotels or Airbnbs was also kind of I'd say not expensive at all. So I guess that's a plus you get.
I mean, it would be way more expensive to live in
smaller place.
For sure.
Yeah, probably.
For sure.
And
so how
I can understand why they chose.
Yeah. So how did it go there? How many players were there, first of all? Because we talked a little bit about that. We didn't know when we had it for the last episode.
It went way above my expectations.
Okay.
I was hoping for like 650 maybe plus players, and ended up with I think 860 players.
Wow, that's really good.
That is really nice.
Really good.
It's amazing that it's only a year old, the game, and already we can gather like 860 players willing to travel and like spending a lot of money on going on to an event like this.
That's
so
really
this
cool.
That's really cool. It's super cool.
Yeah, for sure.
That was really fun to see.
Yeah. And then
I mean the venue.
Yeah. Sorry, you can go on. The venue.
So the venue was, as I said, just a big convention hall, an enormous hall with a lot of tables and chairs, and everything was set up just fine. It wasn't crowded, I'd say. It was a lot of people, of course, inside. But me personally, I never felt like crowded. That it worked, and the noise, the sound level was higher than you would like, but it wasn't too high. So
I mean, it's really hard to do something about that in a venue with that much people.
So I'd say all in all, it was a good place to have it. Good. Actually,
it looked kind of good when I was watching the streams there from the venue. It looked really good when they zoomed out and they showed the whole venue. It looked really good. So that's nice.
Yeah.
So
and I mean, sometimes when they do tournaments like this, it can be hard to get because you don't have that much time to get lunch. And maybe you have to go outside. But they actually had a few options inside the venue.
Okay.
They had a small, like you can get your coffee or drinks, and
nice. That's nice.
And you could get a few different lunches as well. And it wasn't too overpriced. It was, of course, it always is a bit more expensive inside, but it wasn't too much, I'd say.
All right.
So that was nice as well.
I heard it was kind of hard because when you watch the last Swiss rounds on the first day, it was like 4 in the afternoon or something, and they were like that these people haven't eaten lunch yet. But like, what?
Yep.
It's like 10 rounds without food. Jeez. And that is actually that is actually what we talk about when we talked about how to go to a tournament, bring something to you can snack on and drink on and so on, but to keep the energy level up, because there is not always, I know you said that there is not always time to go out and eat something or have a proper lunch, so you really need to bring something to snack or eat. So,
and I mean that's I think that worked kind of well. I didn't see at any time like super long queues to the food merchants. I would say, but I couldn't find a word.
Yeah.
But to the food. So I think if you just if you had like a round that you were kind of fast in your round and hadn't like maybe 20 minutes or 30 minutes before the next round, you did have the time to actually get something to eat and eat it.
All right.
I did that at least, and I think most people should have had that time.
Yeah.
So that was really
nice. That's nice. Yeah. So how did it go? Did you end up?
Yeah. As I said last week, I did bring my Iden Lake Country deck. Yeah. I really like this deck. I think it's very fun to play. I like playing control.
Yep.
I am aware of risking draws when playing a deck like this because of time. It takes time for both players. So I actually started out with a draw in the tournament.
Of course.
Not optimal at all for my sake.
No.
And I mean we didn't play. I played a Yoda, actually, a Yoda Green.
Oh yeah, they're
one
also
of your
slow.
Favorites. So yeah, I won the first game. He won the second game. We did start the third game. We got quite deep into the third game. Unfortunately for me, was looking good for me, but it went to time.
All right.
And that can happen.
Yeah.
So as I've heard other people starting to realize with the new system with draws giving you 1 point in a big tournament like this, getting a draw as early as I did, maybe even in the first game, that means that the rest of the tournament, the rest of the Swiss rounds, you're only gonna face people that also have at least one draw.
Okay.
Because we're so many people, so there will be people with your exact points, and as long as you can, you always get paired up against people with your exact points.
So all the slow decks were paired up to.
Yeah. So this was unfortunate for me because I think I have quite a good matchup with this deck into faster, more mid-range 2 aggro decks.
All right. Like Sabine and Quinlan and so on.
Yeah. But I didn't get to face those.
That's unfortunate.
So, but then again, I'm not going to go too much into my matches, but so I started with a draw. My second game, I faced a Luke Data Vault. The first was Yoda Data Vault. Second game, Luke Data Vault. Also a more mid-range control-y deck. I did manage to win this 2-0. So that was nice.
I mean, I have played with Luke against your Iden deck, and it is not fun.
Yeah.
it's a good matchup for you.
In my third game, I faced a Anakin Colossus.
All right. Yeah.
So also a bit more slow deck.
Classic.
I did win this 2-1.
Good.
We managed to play 3 games. It was not super much left on the clock when we finished, but always nice to see when you do that. My fourth round, so I was 2 win and 1 draw. That was kind of good actually. Going into the fourth round, I did face a Bosk blue.
Oh no,
a Bosk.
Okay. Super controlling.
And this is a super controlling matchup. I haven't played that. Unfortunately, I haven't played that too many times with it. I know what I'm supposed to do, and he was playing it really well. I also have had a bit of a bad luck in one of the games, at least, that this matchup almost only results in like decking each other.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I don't remember if it was he won this game with 2-0.
All right.
And I don't remember if it was in the first or last game, but when he played his first vigilance, he milled 2 of my vigilance, and that's not a good thing in a matchup like this.
No.
But I've got to give him credit. He played it very well. I was a bit more unexperienced, I think, in the matchup.
Right.
So I lost that 2-0.
Yep.
And then I unfortunately got paired into a Kylo yellow deck. A Kylo with the, I'm not sure what that base is called, but you can give -4 to a unit.
Oh yeah.
And the funny thing about it was that he said that he made this deck because it's very good against super control and it's good against Sabine, according to him.
Okay.
I can say that it was amazing against control. At least he almost only played like 1 cost unit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So like he started the first round he played 2 units. Second round he played 3 units.
Yeah, just swarming.
So he had my deck has a big problem like taking care of multiple units early. So that didn't go well. I think that game we played, he won 2-0. I think it took like 15 minutes for us to finish those games.
So you got a little bit of a break off of that. That was really fast. Interesting deck though.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. It didn't. The funny thing was this was round 5, and earlier he had actually faced 2 Idens.
Oh, what? Won.
So I was the 3rd Iden.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
And I don't know how, but he also drew his first game of the day. I really can't see how that deck
can draw
goes to a draw, but he did.
All right.
So that was a bit unfortunate. Yeah, but it happens.
All right.
So after round 5, I was 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. Yeah. And to be able to go to the second day to the top 64, you could only lose 2 games. Yeah. So you had to win 7, lose 2 games. Yeah. So I was out of competition to go to the second day. I saw that I had time to play 1 more game, and then I could jump onto a Twin Suns side event. So I thought like maybe I could get 3 wins and like 2 draws, 2 losses and a draw. Yep. So I decided to play the last game. Yep. I was paired against another Anakin blue deck. Yeah. And this player was he was a bit slower, unfortunately. Yeah.
So it went to a draw.
It went to a 1-1. So he won 1 game, I won 1 game, and we drew.
Yeah.
So I ended up and then I dropped. So I ended up with 2 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws.
Okay, well, it's even. The numbers are even at least.
It's I wasn't too happy about it when it happened. I took a few minutes and like thought about it. I felt like I did my best. Yeah. Didn't have the best luck with the matchups, and it's what it is.
It's a game.
I didn't feel I did that many bad like plays. I did think I did deserve to lose the game against the Bosk blue player. He was really good with that deck, and he definitely deserved that. So
okay.
But the other games I lost and drew. It was like actually I was favored in those games. So it happens.
It happens. It's a game, and you had a good time at least. So. But
I had a great time.
It is annoying when you are there and you lose the games, and it's like
I mean, it's a good. I would always want to do well.
Yeah, of course.
I always get a bit of like disappointed right there and then.
Of course.
But for me it passes very fast.
But I also think
I always like take a few minutes, like go get a coffee or something, just think about it, the tournament, and then let it be behind you. Like,
I mean, it is. Of course, you get disappointed. I think you should be disappointed because you go there, you want to make something good out of it, and you really it also shows that you are taking it serious and you're a little bit hyped for it. It's okay to be disappointed. But you can't like let it linger too long. You just need to deal with it and just like go on with your life because it is a game. But I had that feeling a little bit when I'm still super new. So I should lose to most people that have played TCGs for a long time. But when we were in the SWU Malmö qualifier, I forgot the name now. The tournament we had in Malmö, the SWU Malmö Open qualifier. That's the name of it. So I had a Quinlan Target down, so I knew I had a really good deck, and I played it like a few times. I knew the deck fairly well, but I still ended up last place. And I feel like I'm not that bad. I'm actually not that bad. But it felt really bad there and then. And then I was like, well, it's a game. I did my best. I played very well, I think. And I mean, I'm still a beginner. I should lose to these people who have been playing the game for 20, 30 years, the TCG games. So,
yeah, I mean.
But it's okay to be disappointed.
As long as you have fun,
and
of course it's okay to get disappointed.
Yeah.
But then just like I usually try to like take a minute, think about what I'm doing, and when I'm at a big like amazing tournament like this, there is so much other things to do. So there is no point in like feeling sad or being
there's so much to do.
It was so as I said, after that I went into Twin Suns side event, and that was super fun, amazing to play. It was 2 games of Twin Suns. Actually managed to win the first game.
Yay.
So that was really nice. Good. And then I got to play with the 4 winners, or actually I think there were 8 winners, so there were 2 tables with winners. And we had another really fun game. Didn't win that game, but even though it was super fun to do.
So I always feel it's so random who wins in a Twin Suns game because it's so chaotic.
I mean, I really like that format.
It's fun. Amazing. We're going to play tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. And it looks like we are getting to have 2 pots tomorrow, so 2 tables with
that's
like 8 people.
That's really nice that we.
A lot of fun.
And this was fun because playing with people you never met.
Of course.
Really nice. And
fun.
Of course hard because you don't know the people. You have no idea.
But I saw a lot of. Did you play with your Iden? Was it Iden Grievous deck?
Yeah. Iden Grievous. Right. Yes. In Twin Suns. You guys heard this before, but I like to play with my showcases. Yeah. So especially in Twin Suns, I try to use leaders I have showcases.
I think you should do like Grievous Afra.
That could be interesting.
Very interesting.
Afra would be interesting actually.
It would. It would actually be really interesting since you're discarding the card and then you can take them out of the discard pile again. And it's single cards. That will be very interesting. Something to think about. Well,
so I got to like start to cheer on my fellow friends going, and we were of course the four closer friends, or like the 4 guys I went there with, but there were also a lot of other Swedes there to talk, and of course a lot of other people from various countries
all over the place.
Amazing to just meet new people and talk about a game we all love. So
it was fun because when you went away in the morning, I wrote to all of you. It's like I expect one of you to come at top 64, and someone wrote, my aim is top 640. Like, okay.
I managed to come top 640.
Yeah, that's good. I think all of you managed to do that.
I dropped.
Actually.
Yeah, I dropped, so I finished 574.
Okay, fair.
I see here.
Did we have any one of us coming to top 64, Adam? I mean, he's not from down here.
I'll come to that.
All right. Sorry. Jumping conclusions here.
So then I got to root for the other guys, of course. We had, unfortunately, the guys I went there with, we had two of them, or if I count in with Emil, who didn't live with us, but he lives near me here in Sweden. They actually did end up 6-3, so they were one game from going to day 2.
That is so annoying.
So that was really close, and I know Emil had an so-called winning in, so it was his last game. He lost, and it was a super close game.
Oh, that is
so he was very close to going to day 2. So that was a bit.
That is sad. It is extra unfortunate for him because he was like one place out of the top 8 in the Malmö tournament. Also, he just misses it every time with such small marginals.
Had a bit of bad luck.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So. I mean, there were a few Swedish players going to top 64, and a lot of interesting decks to overall. And
I heard.
I mean, we didn't say, but I think the most played deck was Sabine on 15%, and that's not too bad.
15. I don't remember the number of different leaders, but there were a lot of different leaders, and in the top 64, it was like 20 different leaders, or no, I don't know.
Yeah,
but
it
was
really
crazy.
Nice.
The meta was super open, and I love that.
It was.
Yeah.
So I played the Twin Suns side event on the Saturday there, and actually played another Twin Suns event, or not event, sorry, just another Twin Suns game after, because there were people who wanted to play more Twin Suns. So really fun to play.
Nice.
And we waited for the guys to finish the main tournament, of course.
Yep. After
that, we went out, had a nice meal and something to drink, and
of course,
it should. That's like almost my favorite parts of these tournaments, like just hanging out with super nice people. So the second day, I didn't have the main tournament to play in anymore. I did do a lot of side events, though. I played in a sealed side event. I played in a draft, draft pod, I think they called. Like on demand, they call them on demand pods. It's like you sign up for draft, and when there's 8 people, they start the draft. So I played that, and then I played. Actually, I wanted to play a bit more Iden, so I did 2 on-demand premiere pods, which was 3 games of best of 1.
Okay.
Instead, so it goes kind of fast, and and all of these side events. If you haven't been to an event like this before, you get prize wall tickets.
Oh yeah, that's true.
To enter, and the more you win, the more tickets you get. We all got, I think it was 300 to enter the big main tournament. Yeah, and I think going to day 2 gave you a few tickets, and going to top 8 gave you a few tickets.
Okay.
Usually in these events, though, you get much more tickets from playing side events than you get from the main tournament. So I actually managed to, all in all, because it was quite fun in the premiere side events.
Yeah.
People usually go with faster decks if they can in these events, because if you can play more events, you have the chance to get more tickets, and then you can use these
the tickets,
prize wall tickets, sorry, to buy things off the prize wall.
All right.
And the prize wall was it was a lot of stuff. There were promo cards. There were mats, different mats. There were like a lot of Game-Genic, actually, both Game-Genic mats and deck
All right,
pods
and sleeves and stuff. No, that's
yeah, and there was like oversized cards.
Oh,
there
okay.
were the binders,
All right.
and you can also get, of course, you can get like booster packs of different kinds, and yeah, a lot of things
That's
on the
nice.
prize wall.
And you got a Twin Suns mat from there, right?
I did actually, and I'm super happy about that. I actually managed to scrape up 4,000
oh, nice
prize wall tickets,
right.
and that's quite a lot because in the 2 premier pods I did, so 6 games, I actually won all 6.
Oh,
So I
wow.
went 3-0 and 3-0, and
right.
that gave me a lot of. And the fun thing was, in the first on-demand premiere I did, I faced 3 Sabine.
Your favorite
As I
character.
said, people tend to play faster decks in these to be able to play more events.
Yeah.
So, and my Iden deck is quite good against Sabine. So I managed to win.
But 6-0, you should have done that in the tournament.
I should have done that in the tournament instead. The other pod I faced 1 Sabine, 1 Han, 1 green, and a Luke red. So double red Luke.
Yay.
And so that was quite nice to win 6-0 in those 2 events.
But I mean, if you have done 6-0 and in the tournament, you wouldn't have got all the prize wall tickets.
No,
so
I wouldn't. And these were only best of ones, so it could have been different in the tournament, of course. But it felt good at least to get some like, I don't know, validation that I actually can play this game as well.
I know you.
Sometimes I can. Play
I know you wrote to me. I was like, "Oh, I don't. This isn't good. I'm at best mediocre at this game." It's like, okay, it's okay.
I mean, yeah.
So
that was fun. So I got a lot of tickets. I did get Twin Suns mat. I got a lot of stuff.
It looked like a good haul,
and it was super fun. Yeah,
for sure.
Very, very happy about that. They get some carbonite boosters. Unfortunately, didn't get anything special in them. Some deck boxes, and
you got what
nice stuff.
You got yours when you bought the last one in our store, and got the showcase.
Yeah, that's true. I should have thought about that. Shouldn't have used my tickets for more carbonite.
You're Thrawn.
I've used up my luck. Yeah.
I actually played Thrawn yesterday. I played a villainy leader.
Ooh,
have you heard? It was actually a lot of fun to play. I was like, maybe I should play Thrawn.
It is very fun.
It is fun, for sure. All right.
Anyway, I was coming to... So, we did have at least one of Swedes... we had a few Swedes going quite well in the tournament, but I feel like I do have to shout out to Adam. I'm so humble. He managed to, I think he went to top 4.
Yeah.
And for the results, I actually think he managed to get the third place.
I think so too.
Doesn't matter really. It's a top 4 spot. He played a Quinlan Tarkin Town deck, and that's really amazing. Played amazingly done by him. So congratulations for him.
Absolutely, congratulations.
Go listen to the Nordic Takedown podcast. He'll probably talk about it there, I guess.
Because he's so humble.
So yeah, he's so humble. But that was really nice.
Yeah. If you don't know, listeners who don't know that, Adam, his nickname is I'm so humble when they in Discord and so on. So
yeah.
Yeah, but that's a lot of fun. It was really nice to see Adam doing so well, because I know he puts in a lot of time and effort into this, and so it was fun. So yeah.
I really hoped I did it. It would have been interesting to see how I'd done in the tournament if I didn't draw my first game.
Yeah.
I did in the side events have 4-0 against Sabine, and Sabine was the most played deck.
Yeah.
Sabine won the tournament.
Yeah.
I'm not saying. I mean, best of 3.
You never know, but it would be interesting to see.
You never know. Yeah, but it would have been interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
What I've could have done. But that's how it is.
So all in all, you had a really good trip down there, and had a lot of fun, a lot of good playing, and a lot of good food and drinks together with nice people. And and that is what it's all about. I have to say that.
I have to really have to shout out all the people I met.
Yeah,
was super nice. It was a very fun event to go to.
That's nice to
hear. Congratulations to all of the winners.
Yeah.
And it's tough to play 9 rounds of Swiss and then go on playing 4 rounds of Swiss second day.
That is rough.
Top 8.
Yeah.
So that is
rough.
It was a Danish player, Jonas, I think, who won the tournament.
Yeah.
Super fun, and congratulations to him.
That's good.
A special thanks to the 4 people I traveled with. So I'm going to shout them out, like Marcus, Andreas, the other Andreas, and Matthias.
Yeah.
We stuck together, the 5 of us, the whole weekend, and they made it into an amazing trip.
Yeah.
So thanks a lot.
And
a little special thanks to Emil as well, because I actually he drove me to the airport because we live close together.
Yeah.
But he had some friends in Belgium, so he stayed with them.
Oh, okay.
We didn't see him in the evenings because they had to drive back to.
That's fair. But it's also I would say that we have said this a number of times before, but it does surprise me a lot, actually, because this community around Star Wars Unlimited, everyone I meet is very, very nice. They're very welcoming and nice people, and I think it's, as a newcomer into this kind of games, it was very easy for me to get in there, and I felt very welcome to go to like the PQs. I mean, it's a big tournament, it's like a tournament, and it's kind of serious, but I still, it felt so good to come there as a newcomer. So for the people who are new into the game and listen to this, it is like, we have said this a number of times before, but don't be afraid to go to tournaments, because the people are really, really nice, and they do understand that you might be a beginner on this or like a little bit new to this, but they're still really, really nice. And I cannot stress that enough, actually, because it is a really nice community. So
I would encourage everyone, if they get the chance to go to a tournament like this, it is a very special experience, and it's I don't think I have spoken to anyone who didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, that's good.
Doing
that's good.
This thing, actually. So it's really nice.
So find your closest PQ, go to that, and then get ready for the regionals, and hopefully you can meet both me and Magnus there next year.
That would be amazing.
I really hope I can come next year for sure. All right, I think we should start to wrap this up a little bit.
We should.
Yeah.
We should. I've talked way too much about
it's
this,
okay.
But, it's so fun.
Yeah.
And it really is amazing. So it's hard not to try to get out how it is to go to an amazing event.
We should share the excitement for it, because this is what it's all about, and this is also what FFG is working a lot towards. That we are able to meet up with other players and have a good time playing the game. So we should for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so before we end this podcast, we always want to know the odds on this podcast. So I have a question for you today, Marcus.
Yes, I'm ready.
And basing this on the base Data Vault has been seeing a lot of play. I think it was the second most played base in this regional. ECL, like Energy Conversion Lab, was the most played, I think, but that's not because a lot of the Sabine players were, of course, playing
the
that.
ECL,
Sabine was 15% of the players. However,
should we...
ECL didn't win the tournament. So
the Data Vault did. Should we just say what the Data Vault does for people who are new and don't know the card very well?
I was getting to that.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
Yeah, so it's 33 health instead of the normal 30. and you have to put 10 more cards into your deck. So you have to have at least 60 cards in the deck. And that is usually a bad thing because it's less likely for you to draw certain cards if you have more cards.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking to do an easy question that couldn't be very good to know. So if you're playing Data Vault, so you have 60 cards in your deck, and you have 12 first turn plays.
Okay. Yeah.
What are the odds of getting at least one first turn play, including your mulligan?
Yeah. So if I remember this right, when we had the 50 card deck, I think the first draw was like 95% or something, and with the mulligan it was 98% or something like that, if I remember it right. I might be wrong here. But if you have 60 cards and you have, instead of 9, you have 12 first play cards, so like the cost of 2, let's say it's 85% chance.
It's not that low. Actually.
It's not that low. Okay.
I chose 12 because that's like.
So maybe it is 95 then.
I would say not a minimum, of course. That depends on your deck, but it's a good I'd say it's a good to have at least 12 first if you want to play something on the first turn of the game. It is a 93.99% chance.
Okay, so
with including your mulligan.
All right. So if you include 12 instead of 9, yeah, actually that doesn't differ much. But yeah.
If you do it with 50 cards and you have 12, it is a 96.98, so almost 97. So it's only 3%, but that's okay. In 100 games, that's 3 games that you don't draw. So it could matter.
But I mean,
so if you really want a first turn play, maybe you should have 13, 14, or 15 first turn plays.
But I think those extra 3 HP, at least the ones I have played against that plays the Data Vault, those 3 HP are making a lot of difference actually.
Yeah.
So
I usually say that Star Wars Unlimited is a very small margin game.
Yeah, for sure.
So it doesn't sound like much, 3 HP on your base, but it actually does very much for certain matchups at least.
I also, like when I play against Colossus that has 35 instead of 30, that is, now when I see it, first I was like 5 HP, that's nothing, but it is a lot. Especially when you come up a little bit in resources and the big guys are coming out, it's a lot. So yeah, that is interesting. It's interesting. It doesn't differ that much. All right, so let's wrap this up a little bit. So as you all know by now, hopefully we have a Discord that you can join, and we have a link in the description for that. We also have a YouTube channel, we have an Instagram, and we have a Blue Sky, and we put the links in the show notes for sure, so you can join in there. And you can also find us on both the Swedish and the international Discord. You can find me as Falloin, and you can find Magnus as Dragonfly. And we hope that you have enjoyed listening to this, and thank you so much for doing so. And so thank you, and we'll talk to you again in about a week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.